Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, CJ Stroud, week 1 on the road, big win versus Indy. Fired up, locked in. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. It is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, inexpensive way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. Hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. CJ Stroud, the Texans, nice win on the road. Locked in here, first third down of the year after a penalty. CJ Stroud looking pretty quick, looking pretty elusive. CJ Stroud versus Georgia here, getting up the field. Go get yourself one. Real close to being a first down. Great effort here. It's not there. If he has time, he probably hits Dell on the little crosser. But this is a nice job getting vertical. Not necessarily like world-class explosive speed up the field, but the willingness and the capacity to do it, I think really nice. Again, watch the number 2 down here to the bottom. If he were to have time, you can see Dell here working across as they kind of end up being in some sort of bracket. As we try to push this thing deep down the field over here, we've got the crosser from Dell coming across to all this space. And you can see here, got a great opportunity. Once this safety matches up top and takes this part of it off, then we're going to have this ability to come in here and run to all this space. So you can see the idea, the kind of underlying structure of the play if we had the pass pro. So got a great opportunity there, and then the in coming on the backside as well. But Dell probably gets that thing for a nice first down if we can pass pro it up, but we can't. Nice strength from CJ Stroud, elusiveness, get up the field, give yourself a chance on 4th down. So just a really nice job here of showing kind of looks a little bit quicker. Not that he was necessarily slow, but I don't necessarily think anybody thinks of him as like a true dual type guy. But that's pretty nice getting out of that. And that pass rush is for real for Indianapolis. They brought some thunder here all day. Overload front, take an L at right tackle, get beat inside. Get vertical, get up the field, give yourself a chance on 4th down. Well done. So the very next play, 4th and 1, all CJ Stroud does is from all fours here, find a little bang flat late. Great awareness more than anything else. You know, borderline like one of those low lights, highlights here as we come out here, end up on the ground. Whoop! But we've got the awareness to find that little, what I'm used to calling a bang or a late flat from 9. And this is really the play that I thought, if you watched the Bo Nix video from yesterday, the first play of the game in the red zone, this was the route that I thought was missing on that play that could have helped him. Now, it's a lot easier when you keep your feet, but this shows some pretty great awareness, some great feel, some just high football IQ. So what this play is designed to do, this is just a naked or a keeper, right? Got that slide or hide flat coming across here. That's really where the ball's trying to go. And these plays are almost always paired with an over and then in condensed formations with something deep. So that's the intent of the play. Here's that kind of bang or late flat. So he's going to secure the edge and then leak out. And it's basically a glorified check down. So lots of different ways to read this. Obviously, captain, you want to keep your feet as you come out of this thing. That helmet must be slippery, but great awareness. I mean, this is one of those things. 4th down, on the ground, scramble mode, just high football IQ play. Really well done. And again, I don't. The crazy thing about this is like these types of plays don't surprise me about CJ Stroud. I mean, right? Like that could be a dumpster fire on many different levels, but he finds an easy completion, makes it look smooth almost. Next one here, another 3rd and forever, 3rd and 11. We're going to end up throwing essentially the check down over here on the right. This sure looks like it's a left to right read all the way across the field. You're going to love how quickly Stroud processes this, gets the ball out of his hands. Again, plays with probably the best, if not one of the best bases in the league. So super consistent, great posture, puts it right where he wants, gives Diggs a chance there, you know, to go get the first down. Probably love for him to maybe get a collision and go get a first down there. But if we're reading this thing out left to right, so quick out down here to the bottom, almost like seam post up top. So it's a bit of a funky concept. I'm not going to say that I've seen this before or played this play before, but if we're called this a special crosser, almost like a short post here, you can see here everything's going right to left. So the read almost guaranteed is the opposite of that. So you'd probably read this thing one right across the board, across the field. So how quickly he gets the ball here, super impressive. And again, nothing wrong with, kicking, whether it's a field goal or a punt after a third down completion in the league. Again, just watch the base here. There's no heel click. There's no wasted movement. All his cleats in the ground. Super fast process. See the open guy, get it out. Now, pass pro wise here, watch the back and the left tackle. You do not see these guys pass it off like this very often. Now, it helps when the stunting linebacker runs and picks the left tackle like that, but he eats it. This is this is outstanding pass protection right here. So again, I bet a lot of money that this is his guy. So when this defender runs into, the easy way to think of it is almost, universally, if you've got your hand on the ground, you're a true pass rusher. If you're standing up, you're either a defensive lineman dropping out of there or a linebacker type walked up in the B gap or A gap. So linebacker, edge, and these guys get paid to block the edges. So you're pass setting thinking, I got to block the pass rusher on 3rd and 11. It's a potential dumpster fire. He's pinning his ears back. So when this linebacker type runs right into you on a pick, not great, Bob. But he's got the awareness in the backfield here to sit in here. He takes yours. You have that, what I'm used to calling pizza theory. You eat my slice, all I'm going to eat your slice. And it's a really nice job. It's very difficult to pass this thing off because, first of all, he's a little guy going against an edge, and they're at different levels. So the left tackle doesn't allow the ricochet, which often causes pressure, and the back eats the defensive end right in the chest. I mean, that's well done. That's outstanding pass protection. You got to be excited about that. Look at the running back and the left tackle celebrate this together. He goes and hunts him out after. They picked up the damn twist stunt. Watch him right here. He's hunting him up. Hey, that was awesome. Look at that. Knuckles for days. Bro, that's why you watch film. That's why this stuff like this, man, brings me joy with all 22. That's awesome. Next one here, another nice completion from CJ Stroud here. He's kind of got to extend this thing. I'm used to calling this both nod. It's really a combination double move to get into kind of like all go spacing. But this is a great job from Stroud, extending the play, not panicking. Again, love watching the footwork that he plays with. Watch his base. Boom. Just almost no wasted movement, buying time, eyes downfield, off platform throw, big nice chunk on the sideline. So what this play is essentially mirrored routes on both sides. And when I say nod, I'm really talking about stick nod. So these inside players run a stick and then go. Stick, nod. That's kind of the stick nod of it. And this is usually paired with like quick wheels. So if you notice the actual spacing of this play, looks a hell of a lot like the quarterback school logo or all go, 2x2 all go. So you can really play it like that. And then the check down is a great play on this as well. And so it looks like Stroud is working this side. And so if you work this side, you usually work it inside out down to the check down. Now the bummer here is because he looks over here, the linebacker types move over here, meaning move this way. And then it looks like, we're wide open here to Diggs when in reality, we're probably not. The other part I would say, potentially on how they want to read this, it's very often a matchup. Like, hey, we want to work this guy on the stick nod or this guy on the stick nod. I also like thinking of it in split field coverage, working the looser of the two safeties. So if this guy's tighter and there's a potential for quarter, half over here, we want to work the half field usually because this stick will turn into like a bender. It's much harder to get it versus a quarter safety who's squatting right over the vertical of number 2. So just a little like where the bones are buried on this thing. So again, as you watch this, understand the reason Diggs looks so open at the bottom is because CJ Stroud is looking right. So don't screenshot warrior me this shot right here. But Diggs does a nice job of kind of settling down there. So base, perfect. No. Buy some time. Go create. Nice job being scramble rules up top. And look at the separation there. He's able to create. Come right back down the sideline. Stay off the side hash. Get a big chunk. It's really well done. So from behind here, you can see Stroud's eyes. Looking right. No. Check down. No. Got to go create. Now, I actually think it's a pretty nice route from Schultz down here to the bottom. Sell it. You'd love to avoid the contact or be faster out of that break, but it's not there. They do a nice job covering it, match to the check down. Stroud's able to create that torque off platform. Outside the numbers, put it right where you want. That's a really nice little chunk. Next one here, big chunk play. We're going to hit the post up top to Collins. Play action. Give your guy a chance. Striding out. It's almost like it turns into like a borderline inside vertical. It's a great job going up, making it a contested catch with your chest and traffic there. I will say this is probably as much poor safety play from 20 as it is anything else. It's probably a better catch from Collins, but this is slightly underthrown. I do love the fact that it gives him a chance to go make a play. This is one of those plays where, I think it's nice that Stroud saw it and was able to throw it. I think from a defensive perspective, I would be losing my mind. I'd be coming out of my skin if we have a post safety, it's literally called a post safety, middle field closed, and we throw a jump ball post and we can't make a play on it. Now the route is pretty outstanding. And when I say inside vertical, I really mean that like there's almost no post move. He's just running and the speed of it is outstanding. That kind of like essentially blows the top off the coverage and he just doesn't think he's going to make that throw. It's just one of those things that by the shell of the defense, you should never get this opportunity down the field. And it looks contested, but he's really running by both those guys, right? Like it looks like, oh, it's double coverage. Well, he's running by both of them. And that safety, the fact that that safety could not make a play on the ball on a deep over the top post is like borderline fireable offense. I mean, that will make DB coaches go crazy. That is bananas. But it's a great job from Collins. It's also a really nice throw, giving us a chance. Again, the aggressiveness. We've seen double moves. We've seen shots down the field. Let it go on time. One hitch. Give your guy a chance. And again, slightly underthrown. Nobody's saying it's a perfect throw. You probably want that thing on the 10. But go up, make that contested catch. That sure looks like it's early collision too. It's a hell of a catch. Bad safety play. Next one here, 3rd and 6. Touchdown pass to Diggs. Now, there's a few little pieces of charcoal in here for me. I'm not a huge fan. If you're a fan of the channel, you know that I don't love this shuffle motion. I do see the value in it in a play like this, where it essentially gets you to an empty play without letting the defense check to empty. Okay, so I get that part of it. There's a lot of other parts of it that I don't necessarily get. But if we're probably going to, whatever their read is for this, I would say most people would want to work the choice or the option up here, assuming that's what it is. In the West Coast world, this shin route has become more and more popular, and I'm calling it a shin. It's like a one-step short in, but on an angle. It's almost dart-ish. Some teams run it even more shallow than this. It's almost universally paired with like a looper return out here. And then whether you're running like a basic, a cross, a seam, something vertical at the number 3. So in, out to clear this space. Now it's this is as open as you'll ever see it. And it's a nice job from Stroud getting there. It's a nice job for Diggs having a nose for the end zone. I'm not going to tell you that I know what brings him over here. Middle field open. You be the judge. You could throw it to the back for sure. You're getting a high-low on the corner up top. It's a nice job, though, seeing the space, finding the end zone. And again, that's about as open as you'll ever see that route. So kind of poor underneath coverage. Nice job, though. If you're going to be a shuffle motion guy, this is a very nice way to use it, right? Use your back, get the defense to move to the left, come back and throw quickly underneath to the right. So that part of it, awesome architecture. Just because I don't like the motion and I don't necessarily like this route, doesn't take anything away from this touchdown. This is well done, excellent execution, nice design, red zone touchdown. Let's go. Next one here, 29 seconds to go before the half, 2nd and 5. We are going to drop a dot down here to the new number 1, Collins, on a corner. Now it's dropped, but this is a perfect throw. You can't hand it to the guy better in a 2-minute situation on the sideline on an intermediate throw down the field. Look at the guy who I'm assuming is the DB coach in the lows right here, Panda, saying, what the hell are you doing? How do you let that ball go over your head like that? It's a beautiful throw. Great eyes from Stroud as well, holding the middle field. Hitch, almost a hitch late. That's why it's so close to the sideline, but that is a dot. Look at the TV coach. And again, maybe it's the coordinator. I don't know who the hell it is, but that is a dot of a throw right over the corner's outstretched hand. How about your boys slow-mo as well? That's pretty sweet. Come on, 40? Get some depth, dog. worried about the check down to the back. So what we're trying to do here is essentially just high-low this cloud corner to the bottom. So I'm calling this a corner. Might be a circus in their world, whether that's a free release or check release. We're high-low in this corner in a cloud. And so he's got to basically give you the underneath throw in this situation. He can't let this ball go over his head. And so he's trying to be a little too aggressive on the underneath stuff. He gets beat over the top and gets a little lucky that we get a drop here. And just look at the base, the footwork, the rhythm that he plays with. It's fucking outstanding, man. Posture, put it right over the corner's outstretched hand, right through his damn hands on the sideline. Thing of beauty. Love me some sideline reactions like that. Hitch, and you can see almost like an extra hitch there. Hitch, and then just feathered, layered. Oh, come on. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for taking the time and doing it. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep dives on my favorite football topics. We have a course on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. The best selling course is how to beat every coverage. We even have an entire offense available for you, so hop over there and enroll. You can check out all the courses at the new Quarterback School website, theqbschool.com. Hop over there, ask me anything, a really fun, interactive way to dive into the library of content available through the channel. And then finally, make sure to follow me across all social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for the video, let's get back to it. All right, third quarter here. Get a little lucky right here with a little naked. We've got some edge issues. We try to throw this ball away. And again, you want me to say it, I'll go ahead and say it. If he could catch, he'd be playing offense. Catch it twice. Now he's out of bounds. I know it's signaled here that it's an interception, but I didn't go back and watch the TV broadcast. But I'm assuming he dropped that fair catch punt. Why he's jumping there, nobody knows. Bobbling it probably through the ground. Again, just going off the stats, CJ Stroud, 24 for 32, 234, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So this obviously is turned over back to the offense. But one of those plays where you get out on the edge, when you're outside the pocket, most quarterbacks are thinking, I'm never going to take a sack. Like, I can always throw it away. Well, right here, though, he's kind of in the grasp and getting hit and just doesn't have the club to make it out of bounds. And that's a bad feeling. You play long enough, you're going to have throws like this where you think it's a throwaway and it just doesn't quite get to the sideline. Now, get a little fortunate right there. And again, nothing wrong with a little luck on the road early in the season. The other thing I would say here is that right tackle, man, you got to help us out, dog. We can't get spun off like this. We're expecting some quarterback-wise, depending on the type of naked keeper, whenever you're moving the launch point here, if it's a true naked or keeper, there's, you're expecting potential edge issues. What you're not expecting is internal leak. So again, I'm used to calling it, especially to the left, elephants on parade. Big guy, you got the gap away from the naked. So if we're naked or keeping to the right, so the play is this way, naked keeper, all these offensive linemen have the gap to their left. Well, some offensive linemen love to go crazy down the sideline and let this thing slip off. You can't have that happen. You can't go rogue in your gap. If someone's in there, we need to have it secured and blocked. We can't have any sort of internal leakage. This is like a play that's essentially an off play for the offensive line. We can't be trying to box someone out at the wreck and just give up. I mean, that ain't it, right? I mean, look at 71. How's the pitcher look, bro? Good look? How'd that play look? Thanks for playing. Backing up? What are we doing? His quarterback's fighting for his life. We're throwing borderline picks. Dumpster fire. Next one here. This is one of those ones where, this is a really nice extended play from CJ Stroud. He had a few of these extended plays, especially going to his right. I don't necessarily understand the read. It feels like he could have thrown either quick out here. This to me is called all stick in the West Coast world. And what that play looks like is quick outs and sticks. So it's a nice job, if you don't like it, making that play and finding Dell. But this is the play, if you remember the stick nod play, this is the play that it's built off of. Quick out, stick. And it's mirrored on both sides. Quick out, terrible drawing, stick. Okay, so again, the stick nod part is here, right? That's what stick nod with wheels. This is just the base play that you usually run first. And again, I never liked this play because and I'm talking about the all stick part of it. I never liked throwing quick outs in general. I thought it was even harder in condensed formations because you really can't. Always felt like my vision was muddy. Like through the line, I couldn't see what the corner was doing. If they're spread out a little bit wider, I always felt like the vision of it made it easier to know the access out there. But if you're going to do it, and CJ Stroud certainly can do it, and I feel like guys are much better than I ever was at this play, these are easy throws, either side, or easy throws for these types of guys. So, I mean, you be the judge here. Could you rip this quick out? I'm not sure why we're waiting on the stick to win versus middle field closed. So no. Now we got to go. So whatever, you don't like it. Once we get past the fact that I probably dislike the initial read, I love his ability to, again, extend, create, find somebody. So no, got to go. We got to work on 71 with the box out, right? I mean, come on. You got to once he's on the ground like that, we got to finish him. Holy moly. Get out and almost make a play. Great job from Stroud, though. Next one here. This is a missed opportunity up top on the post. First off, the design of this is a little funky for me. I mean, technically both posts are there. The throw is underthrown. This is an opportunity for a big touchdown. This is close to what your boy Peyton wanted last night on his broadcast, calling it Pittsburgh. At the end of the day, it's a quarters beater. And so what you're trying to do here essentially is look at this play side safety. So right here. You're going to get in condensed formations, it's even better because this corner will be outside leverage. So we're just going to come up here and run post. And really, whether this is an in, a crosser, you just want something that appears like a vertical to capture this safety. So whether he comes across in, photo, hook it up, whatever you want here. And we're looking at this guy. As soon as he comes down on this, we expect the wide receiver to beat the corner. And again, we expect to have a better throw. Now, the part that's interesting here for me is this looks like post as well. So usually you don't run big post to big post here like this, but technically it's there. He runs by both of them. So just interesting, something to put in your bag if you're a Texans fan about, unique design. Who knows? Maybe Collins is in the wrong here, but it's a pretty sweet route up top with the little nod post as well. You can see that safety come down on the vertical of number 2. And then that's a throw you expect CJ Stroud to make, right? He throws that thing on the end. It's a touchdown. Nice play from the corner as well. But man, that's beautiful design to the left side. I like the little subtle pocket movement. We're pulling the center. Fake, move, flip your hips. Again, compared to the other stuff we've seen from Stroud in his drops, this looks a little bit more wasted movement as far as right here, throwing position, click, move around, not necessarily click, more like his feet are all over the place. So, just harder to be accurate. And he still gives his guy almost a chance, just slightly underthrown. Next one, this is honestly, I think one of CJ Stroud's worst reps of the day. This to me is a drift 8 up top. It's there, second window. The route down here that he throws feels rushed. Now, again, you could say, hey, bro, you always say you love people playing with anticipation. Yeah, but you can't just chuck it out there and not give him a chance. So to me here, this is a perfect call. Well, I should say almost perfect call here because the drift is there. I'm not sure exactly why he plays so quickly through it. If you watch we'll talk about, and I'll draw it up for you here, but the split flow action, drift post to the left, it's there, second window. Throw it right down the hash. Now you might say, hey, 9's getting blasted in our face. Well, our eyes aren't down on that. Now the only thing here, protection-wise, that I probably would love is for the tight end who's going across in motion to just stay on that, either Sam or Will, not check and go. But this play itself is all over the league, and it has been for years. Drift 8. So it kind of gives this guy some freedom. And this is a pitcher look to throw it. This is 3 deep, 2 under. I mean, it doesn't get easier than this. There's space. There's so much space out there. So if you don't like it initially in kind of window number 1, window number 2 is open. So that's my thing. And then down here to the bottom, you're going to get this opportunity to run this kind of like deep out or scissors or circus or whatever. So you kind of read this thing 1 and a 1B to 2. And I'm saying when he goes to 1, he doesn't give 1B a chance, and then he just chucks it out here way too early. And then pass pro wise here, I'm saying if they're bringing 6 in what I'm used to calling saw pressure, Sam and Will pressure, you know, we've got 7 blocking. We've got 8 blocking. We should be good to go. This is a perfect call. So again, play this thing out like you're going to throw that drift up top. Don't like it first window, second window. I mean, that's going to be a big hit. And then if you don't like it, say he falls, flip your hips, get back, eyes down here, and throw it with some anticipation out there to the outside. And again, maybe the wide receiver runs 5 yards too deep. I don't know the details of what they're doing, but it sure doesn't look like they're on the same page. But I really think more than anything else, this is a play that I expect CJ Stroud to hit the drift on the left in the second window. And again, should 86 stay on 45? I probably think so. Just a little all over the place, unsettled in the pocket right there. Next one here, this is a rough rep. This is a tidal wave of blue. CJ Stroud has no chance here. We got L's all over the place. We've got structural L's. We've got one-on-one L's. The left tackle takes the first L here, just getting absolutely torched around the corner. It's pretty crazy that this guy can still move like this on the left. I mean, this is shot out of a cannon. Boom. We're taking, you know, assignment L's. Who knows what the center's doing? So how this thing would sort out, let's just pretend we know exactly what the pass pro is, because it sure looks, and then you got Diggs in the backfield. He's not going to be pass protecting, right? 45. So it's 5-person pass protection. When you've got dudes walking around like this, so, you know, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend to tell you that I know Indy's defensive personnel, but I can tell you just like overall numbers world, usually if you've got your hand on the ground, you're a defensive lineman. So if you've got your hand on the ground, and we're in 5-person pass pro, the offensive line is almost guaranteed to going to block you. When there's guys walking around like this, a lot of people used to call these people spinners. Okay, so basically 97 can rush wherever he wants. So he can kind of line up over here. He can bounce around like a spinner. So you identify him as a defensive lineman. So now we're in 4-down rules. Okay, and now the offensive line is going to go to either 44 or 45 as far as the 5th guy. And so you just have to be on the same page. Like 97's the spinner, offensive line is going left to 44. Well, then if this guy blitzes, we got to have a hot answer, and we got to have a hot answer over here. Okay, or you could potentially identify this guy as where the line would go, and now we're hot over here. So we got to have a hot answer over here. We don't know what the call is. I can tell you that we're in 5-person protection with a wide receiver in the backfield, and we are hot. But it doesn't matter because we can't identify what the hell the front is. The left tackle takes an L. It looks like the center doesn't help us at left guard. That's for damn sure. We certainly can't let the nose go free at the end of the day, okay? The guy who's got his hand on the ground over the center can't eat our quarterback like this. It's unsafe. No chance. Watch out. Next one here. Beautiful anticipation up top. I'm used to calling a little stop route. A little shuffle, let it rip, put it on him. Excellent job there. 2nd and 6. Get past the 6, get a first down. Love the timing. Love the anticipation. High level play. Get caught with a little weak safety blitz. Great job from the back picking him up. There were a number of instances where the back did a nice job in pass protection here. Watch just the anticipation, right? So he's going to shuffle, throw. Look at the receiver up top. That's a completion in the league. That's open in the league on a stop or a 9 stop. Beautiful. Great separation at the top of the route as well. Hand fight, get off me. Boop. First down. Outstanding. Again, when you have the capacity to go one-on-one outside the numbers and win on stop routes like this with great timing, you can just watch the subtle drop where he opens to the left. So see how he's lined up to his target. There's no wasted movement. All his cleats are in the ground. Great posture. Just rotate. There's no head movement. Not drifting to the left because he's throwing to the left. Just makes it look super efficient. Next one here, 2nd and 17. We're going to get CJ Stroud again extending to his right. This time throwing back across his body. It's a pretty sweet job. This is one of those throws where you're kind of like, no, 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 yes. Great job finding space from Collins, and that turns into a big, big chunk. There were a number of plays where CJ Stroud looked really good and probably better than I remember creating out of structure on the move. It's not that he couldn't do it. It just didn't look this good. I mean, that's a big time play across the field. Again, you got to be really sure to make that type of throw. Now, again, there were a few plays, I think I've already mentioned it on this video, the kind of double post that were mirrored together that I thought was unique structure. You don't see a lot of big over-the-top posts like that. You also don't see a lot of deep ends together. So this to me is a deep end. This to me is a deep end in the NFL, whether it's dagger, deep end, whatever. You just don't see it very often. And you can kind of see why here, because if it extends, you're in the same space. Now, it's a really nice job from Collins right here, kind of feeling that and then bouncing out as this one continues across the field with the scramble. So again, just watch kind of the structure of what they're asking the perimeter players to do here as far as two deep ends into kind of the middle of the field together. I mean, that just doesn't, I can't recall ever playing a play that is like that. So really nice job settling right there from Collins. They're on the same page together. Scramble, fast, get outside the pocket, protect yourself. Takes a bit of a big hit, but still, that's a big time chunk on 2nd and forever. That's an outstanding football play as you're able to extend and create. The capacity to extend and create has been one of those things all day that has been really great for Stroud. Now again, this time watch the back and the tackle. They can't pass off the same stunt I loved earlier. The back is just too aggressive. They try, can't quite get it. CJ Stroud is able to overcome it and make a massive play back across the field. That's crazy. Next one here, a little long trap, trying to get the tight end on the little pop pass, a little Gronk special. Not there. CJ Stroud, the thing I love about it, and it came up a few times, with just how fast he processes and plays within the pocket. So we're trying to get the ball to 86 right over the head, right past the linebackers. The linebackers don't move. It's like the linebackers know the play, like they seen the card. Whoop. No, no, yes. 1, 2, 3. I mean, watch how quickly Stroud goes. No 86, no to the left, no, no, yes. That's just outstanding. That helps that offense on so many different levels. The pass protection, get the ball out of your hand quickly. So again, what I'm saying here is, here's where the ball is usually trying to go. It looks like it's paired with something like this. And then out here is the number 3. And so we're pulling the guard, long trap action, play fake, trying to get these second level players to come downhill. Now watch them. They're like statues. They don't move at all. So we're able to go 1, 2, 3 faster than I can even draw it. So just a great job of being able to play this thing quickly and adjust to the defense. And really nice defense at the second level too. So no, 1, 2, boom, ball's out. Now again, it's not the biggest gain in the world, but there's no pressure. There's no holding penalties. There's no pressure up front. You alleviate, you get the defensive line tired, play fake. There's a shot for a big play. No, no, yes. Again, just no wasted movement. 1, 2, 3. Ball out, perfectly thrown. Let's go. Next one here, massive play in the game. Up to 4th and 2. We're going to go a little sprint left option or Q8. And there's just no way that this can happen. I'm always amazed when this play works. In fact, I was chuckling over the weekend. Bill Belichick is everywhere right now, but he and Matt Patricia were on some show, and they were talking about playing some West Coast team, preparing for a West Coast team, and they were talking about this exact play. All this is flat and this, and it's not even the best way to do it. Like normally, I think the best way to do it is to like have a short motion, come in here, try to pick, and then get out. But they were talking about it to the right, but it's really nowadays these guys can go either way easily. So if you're playing a West Coast team and they come out in any sort of twin like this, like two slot receivers, whatever your terminology for this is, you cannot let the number 2 win in the flat. You just fucking can't, man. It's too easy. This is too easy. And again, it's a great call for what they're giving him. You can see the space on Diggs down here to the bottom, just too much space. You know, you can't really even banjo it because Collins goes outside here. Almost looks like they're trying to banjo it, and then you get both guys going outside. They got no chance. Stroud, don't miss a layup. Put it right on him. Again, really nice job going to your left, but that is too easy. Too easy on many different levels. An excellent call. Carve that thing downhill. Right on him. Second touchdown of the day. Next one here. Last one. This is a ridiculous throw. So we're coming out of the 2-minute. Both teams have 2 timeouts. It's 3rd and 6. If you don't get this here throwing it, this game is going to be tough. We're going to put the Colts in a pretty good opportunity to kick a field goal, walk this thing off. We're going to throw a speed out up top versus a Palms corner. This is one of those throws that, in my opinion, is not a good read, but is so well executed that it doesn't matter. They have the perfect defensive call here. There's no way you should get an out versus a Palms corner, which is essentially a cloud corner. So first, the decision to throw it is big. We're going to run a spray speed out here. Again, just look at the leverage. Okay, so he's outside leverage. We're running an outbreaking route. Not great. Then he's not getting any depth. He's not playing quarters. He's not getting out of there. He's trying to squat here. He wants to break on something. So you're doing what he wants against his leverage, and you still throw an absolute, earmuffs me here, earmuffs me, I'll give you time, fucking dot. Perfect. Just ridiculous throw. This is a ridiculous throw. And again, decision, meh. Execution, world class. Oh my God. Oh, you can see the corner down here at the bottom playing palms too. Shuffle and squat. Look at the base. Look at the timing. 1, 2, 3. Perfect base. All his cleats in the ground. And that is a dot. Oh my God. It's a hell of a catch as well. Don't get it twisted. It's a much better catch and throw than decision, but it doesn't matter. Look at the leverage on the right. It's not even a little outside. He's way outside of him. The audacity to even attempt this throw. Oh my goodness. So that is a wrap. CJ Stroud, Texans, really nice win on the road. Nothing easy about that one. I thought CJ Stroud looked really good out of structure, was able to create, extend plays. Not that he can't or hasn't done that in the past, but looked even more smooth, more comfortable doing it. Some big plays down the field. I thought that the pass rush made life a little bit more difficult maybe than it had to be for CJ Stroud. There were certainly some plays where he had no chance. There were other plays where he just looked a little bit more unsettled than we're used to seeing him. And again, it's week 1. Don't be the person that overreacts. There were still a number of really special CJ Stroud throws, still being able to go in there on the road, battle back, extend the lead, do that in the fourth quarter, I thought was really impressive. Excited to see more. Excited to see what this offense looks like now with Diggs and all those weapons on the perimeter. It'll be interesting to see how they distribute the ball. Overall, though, gotta love the win on the road. Thank you so much for hanging to the end of this one. I will see you next time. Have a good one.